everyone, in this video I'm going to show you the artwork that I created in my 3 art classes this semester. For those of you who don't know, I am in college. I'm a junior in college, which means my 3rd year. I am studying art, fine arts. I might lean towards ceramics. I'm still talking to advisors to figure out what I want my degree in, but I've pretty much decided I just want to go to school for 4 years and be done, so I can get on with my life and stuff. So this past semester, the fall of 2010, I was in digital media. I think it was Introduction to Digital Media, which is computer projects and learning how to create art on the computer. I'm going to show you that stuff first. And I was also in printmaking class and sculpture class. This took definitely over 10 hours, and it's a Photoshop project. And I'll give you a little up-close view. These are the origami cranes that I made out of starburst wrappers in the background, and this girl obviously is me, if you can't tell, and one of my favorite dresses, some leggings, and a pair of boots. And then I made a leash by scanning a pearl necklace, and there's one of the turtles that I made out of polymer clay. I took an image of my fence and photoshopped it in. There's a crane with a cupcake that I made out of polymer clay. Then I have this mountain of polymer clay cupcakes and a couple random polymer clay things that I made. Then I'm standing on some beads from my collection that I scanned into the image. This was my first time ever making anything on Photoshop. I think it turned out really well. I'm really proud of it. And it's meant to be kind of a fantasy type thing, kind of just something really creative and fun and whimsical, so I hope I accomplished that. We also did some scanner images just for practice. So I'm going to insert a couple of images, just I don't have them printed out or anything. I might do it next semester, but anyway, I did a really big Illustrator project, but I'm not satisfied with it yet. I spent a good 30 hours on that. I want to do some tweaking to it before I show it to anyone. And yeah, I got an A in the class because I worked hard and I came up with good work, but I still don't really think it's good yet. The last project we did was by using Art Rage. It's a digital painting program, and I wanted to do a window, so sorry for the glares. But yeah, this is something I painted probably in 4 to 5 hours. It kind of looks stained glassy, but it's pretty much just supposed to be lights outside for Christmas, kind of. Pretty happy with this. Here's some up close. And the other side. Next, I'm going to show you stuff from printmaking. When I first started printmaking, we were just learning about monotypes, make an image or transfer an image onto a piece of paper by using the giant rolling printing presses. It's pretty cool being in all these classrooms that have all these high-tech gadgets and instruments and stuff. I don't know. Already I don't know where some of my stuff is. It's got to be around here, but it's not that good anyway. This image I just got from online. But I put some ink on plexiglass and I took the rag and started making patterns on it and to make a frame looking thing for this. We had to carve some linoleum, and I carved a bow because I love bows. Hello. You have to experiment on newsprint, how much you actually have carved away, and see I have all those nasty spots, so I carved away more. So basically I just have 6 of these, and it says 1 of 6 in the title. So that's what we learned how to do. I also printed these on some other colors of paper with different colors of ink and such, so that's kind of cool. And you can keep this linoleum cut out for years pretty much and just use it kind of like a stamp. And the tool to cut this, the linoleum cutter, I got quite a few little cuts on my fingers. They did not feel good, so I'm kind of glad that this is over. That project was getting us ready for this project, which I made mine a larger scale. That piece of linoleum I just showed you ended up being this. And what you have to do is you have to print a background color. Then you have stuff carved away, and it would be the tree and the border and everything would be a really light color. Then you have to carve more away and put a different color on it. So the pink of the cupcake, for example. And by the very end, all that's left on your linoleum is the darkest that you want to print, which was the black. So it is a really long process, but I think it's a really good end result. I think it's super cute. And I printed these in quite a few different colors. I have a yellow. It was really hard lining these up, by the way, so some of them aren't exactly perfect, but I got a good grade on them. Here's really light blue, a darker blue, then a green. Sorry I can't really give you guys tutorials on this stuff because you have to have all the equipment and yeah. Then the final thing that we learned was etching, and this is a copper plate, and what you do is you can trace an image or come up with your own. Here's a girl in a field with a bunch of balloons and then a dream catcher. Sorry for the glares, by the way. This process is pretty easy, but again, you have to have a bunch of different chemicals and materials to use. You put the image on top, tape it down, and trace around it while there's like this chemical on the plate. So whatever gets etched out of that like film on the plate, then you put it in some like alcohol type stuff. I don't know, it eats away at any exposed copper and it makes lines in it. So then when you go to print it, it prints all these lines that got eaten away. Alright, so here are a few of the prints that I liked of this image. Here's just a plain one, like all black and white. Here is another black and white one, but I put a background on it. Then I have this one where I kind of messed around with the border and I added some swirls over here. My favorite, actually my favorite's still at school because that's the one I turned in like the last day of class, is I added color to the balloons, so it's kind of like a spot color thing, and I really like that. Now on to sculpture. The first thing we did was plaster molds and wax. So what you do is like you stick an item into plaster and let it harden, and then like you have to make the cover for it, and you have to make a spout for the wax to pour in. So this is a soccer ball. Here is the result. It's wax. It's red wax. Then, oh, I might have pictures of this, but we were working with wax again to make bronze castings, and what I did was I molded wax into a shape, and then we did all these like high-tech art things that I didn't even know what they were until I got into this class. So we had to do gating, and we had to do dipping procedures and pouring procedures, and yeah, it was crazy. So the final result is this sculpture, and it's bronze, it's heavy, and this is kind of like abstract mountains, I'd say, and I love doing designs on them, so I have circles on either side. This side is textured and this side is smooth. Once it's finally all made, we took it into the patina room, which gives it a different color. I also sandblasted it, so it was like a really shiny gold before this. I had to get all of the extra like shell material out of it. It's really complicated. And my other bronze piece, this is a little bit different color of patina. It's a house, and it's kind of like a storm scene. I don't know. I thought it was really cool because it looks like the house is like being sucked into the waves, and like here is like, I don't know. It's kind of an abstract piece, honestly. But I just wanted to put the house in. Here's every side of it. Kind of looks like gooey water dropping over the edge, and these look like waves. And here's the bottom. Final thing, let's see if I can lift this. We had to do welding. Oh my gosh, I was so afraid of welding. You have to wear these giant masks. It's creepy because the sparks fly everywhere around you, and it's kind of like you worry if you're gonna get burnt by them, but you really don't. Could just move the camera, but that would be too easy, right? Here is my metal sculpture, and this took probably like 5 to 6 hours to do everything to. The metal pieces were already cut. I didn't use the plasma cutter, but we could have. I just found all the pieces in the scrap bin. Oh my gosh, this is giving me such a workout. The white parts are burlap fabric hanging off with plaster, and like any other white spots are just plaster design. Here's the sculpture. I decided to move the camera. And yeah, like I said, welding. I've never done it before, but it was pretty darn fun, and it made me feel pretty proud that I could master something that I was kind of afraid when I was looking at the demo from our teacher. Right here, this is the weld, and there's a welding machine that it sends out a wire and it kind of melts it to bind the metal together. Yeah, it's really crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out all of my links in the down bar. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!